This was how Boroko United Church looked like in the 1960s and 70s. A lot of expatriates working and living in Port Moresby were members of the congregation back then. After being opened on July 22, 1961 under the United Church in North Australia, Boroko United Church has had Australian pastors serving at the congregation until after PNG's independence that local pastors from Central Province and NCD have taken up pastoral posts till today. This was enacted by youth ministry members during yesterday's 60th anniversary celebrations. Late Reverend Sione Kami also served at Boroko United Church as a pastor and later went and formed what is now Reverend Sione Kami Memorial Church, not far down the road from Boroko United Church, a unique part of the church's history. At one stage, the church was known as Boroko Motu Congregation, whilst Reverend Sione Kami Memorial Church was known as Boroko English to cater for various language-speaking churchgoers in the city at the time. Thursday, July 22 this week marked 60 years of the church's existence, in which the congregation ran a program reflecting on the church's history through slideshows and testimonies by elderly church members. Yesterday, it was time to really celebrate the journey that the church has been through. And part of the celebration was to establish and launch plans for putting up a new church building.
Unveil this project.
Superintendent Minister for the North Port Moresby Second, which Boroko United Church comes under, Reverend Raka Aiga, said in launching the new church building plan that it is the right time for it.
60 years, Diamond Jubilee is the right time to rebuild the church. God described the church in Jerusalem, my church is in ruins because they were destroyed by the enemies. Ours is a different scenario. And it has grown old. It does not hold the glamour, the splendor, the beauty when it was young. The church has grown old. And so the church, the Boroko of today, it's the right time to rebuild.
Currently serving minister for the congregation, Reverend Seik Pitoy, says given the caliber of church members, he is confident the vision of the new church building will come true.
So while we are celebrating this milestone for our 60th anniversary, we also have plans to build a new church in its place. And I feel honored to be the pastor at this time, but it's also a very huge responsibility. I know with God's help we'll be able to do it.
Frank Amini's late father, Patrick Amini, was a former congregation chairman, and it was his father's dream for a new church building for Boroko United Church. Frank is part of the committee put in place to plan and build the new church infrastructure.
In order for us to demolish this infrastructure, we'll need to work in stages. Main phases really. We'll be building a multi-purpose hall, as it was mentioned one of the announcements, and then after that, that's the first phase of our project. Then we'll go into the actual building of the new church hall, and we try to maintain as much of the original structure, because of its significance.
The church currently has about 200 active members, mostly originating from Abao and Rigo districts of Central Province, whilst a minority come from other parts of Central Province, NCD and other provinces in the country. Various styles of singing and dancing, which the church has been known for over the years, were put on display yesterday, marking the special occasion that brought back great memories of the past, even for those that have passed on whilst serving in the church. Dennis Orere, National EMTV News.